This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Talk about the match itself. Shawn has been known to be a ring general. Ric Flair even famously said that he didn't get to call a spot in his final match. It was all Shawn. Shawn laid it out and had a vision for what he wanted it to be. How far in advance do you and Shawn start talking about the actual match here? Is that something that's a week out, day of, or call it in the ring?
We structured some of the match. I'd say about 4 days prior to WrestleMania. We got together. We never locked up. We only rehearsed one move. He had me in an armbar. I had to lift him up over my head, and he would do a sunset flip into a false finish, a roll up. And I wanted to see if I could lift him. That's the only thing we practiced. We didn't do anything else. We did talk about a comeback and finish. We talked a little bit about how we were going to start at the beginning, but Shawn is such a pro. I mean, I would say him, Undertaker, Triple H, and Stone Cold are four of the best in-ring workers that can produce, great matches on the fly. They can call it out there. They can do anything. They can call the whole match. They can call part of it. They can just call it in the ring. So what I meant by calling the match beforehand, or calling the match beforehand part of the match, or calling the match while you're in the ring is what I meant.
Yeah.
And they can do all of them. They're just really that talented and that experienced. At that point in my career, I was about 5 years in, maybe 6. I still didn't have the overall ability to call it 100% in the ring, but Shawn did. Shawn was a complete pro.
So who was the agent for the match? Do you recall? Are they involved in the match at all? Pat
Patterson.
Oh, wow.
Pat usually, structures 80% of the match. I mean, he's that good. He would do it. He did it for me and The Rock, and he had a lot of guys that he favored, but the guys that wanted to work with him. And Pat at this WrestleMania with Shawn, he said, "Listen, you guys are both pros. I'm going to let you guys structure it. I'll just tell you if I don't like something or if you need to change something, but you guys do it." And Shawn and I did it. We structured a comeback and finish and talked a little bit about the beginning, and it just worked. We were both pros, and we didn't really need an agent or a producer, whatever you want to call them. But Pat was our producer, and he was always involved with stuff. So this time, not so much.
Do you get, or does Shawn get to pick the referee? Is that assigned by the agent, or how does that work for a big match like this?
I don't know. I mean, I think that the writers and Vince decide the referees, unless a wrestler really likes a referee. Like when I was in TNA, I would use Brian Hebner. I loved him. I love his style. We worked great together. When you have good chemistry with a referee, you want to have him in the ring. So I understand why a lot of wrestlers want that. But we didn't pick the referee, no.
Who were your favorite WWE referees? Do you recall?
Charles Robinson, Mike Chioda, and Brian Hebner when he was there. I loved Brian, yeah.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.